I am live. Hello, world. Yes. Shout in electronics. Can't put it past you. Yep, the April Fool's joke is that there is no stream. We'll just look at this title page for a few hours. Yep. That's my April Fool's joke. Nah, unfortunately, I don't have an April Fool's joke. No, sorry. Just ran out of time this year. So, yeah, what a bummer. Hello, everyone. I am impromptu live show because I was allowed to come to the lab today. Mrs. EEvblog has finished her tennis season, I guess. And so, yeah, and the kids, I went to kids soccer this morning, and she said, okay, you're free to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. And honestly did not know what to do with myself. So, yep, I'm here. So, who do we have? We have Christian, Ant, shouting. Electronics, Christian, oh, an Ant again. Whacked Man's always here. 3 hours ago, HK84, Carthor, Leandro, I guess, Willy Nebula. Good name. I love Willy Nebula. Christoph Zach, Biggeth Kitty, evening. It's good morning here. It's still morning. Yeah, it's 11:30. Oh, the burger place just opened. Oh. Biggeth Kitty, V-Long, Robert, Ohm, Michael, Smoke Component, hello. Welcome, everyone. I have nothing planned, so I'm just going to hang out. Hey, Def Bomb's in the house. So, you notice that, just see my latest video? I just released it last night. That Keysight actually replied. They said, congratulations for the achievement on the consortium, the new alliance, the TMA alliance. Got their thing passed, and yeah, all of the manufacturers are in on it. So Keysight have formally replied on my video, and cool bananas. So all you times one haters, your dreams come true. At least there'll be less of them out there now. You'll still be able to buy them from China, I'm sure. Dave gets home and said I was joking when I said you could go to the lab. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She wanted to, I don't know. She was going to the nursery or something. She doesn't like me taking me to nurseries, so yep. What's my go-to burger? It's chicken burger. I'm a chicken man. Pretty much don't have anything else. You haven't watched it yet, Def Pop. Oh, you missed all the fun last night. Tons of people are going, woohoo! Others are going, what? This is bullshit. Why are they doing this? Yeah, ban on switchable oscilloscope probes. Had to happen eventually, I guess. That's only on XJet. That is only on Bruce Simpson in the house, everyone. That is only on the DC jacks. They've gone old school. Yep. Gone old school. That gives me an idea. Actually, I might note that down. That might be useful for a future video. So, yep. There might be a consortium getting together to get rid of, to reverse the, go back to the old school DC jacks, because it makes sense, because they switch the ground. It makes sense when you're able to break the, to break the positive instead of breaking the ground or whatever. So, yeah. That could happen. Yeah, I know. It's hard to remember whether it divides by 10 or multiplies by 10. They should have added that to the list. They probably just, like, companies like this, they probably just use like ChatGPT or something to come up with all this. So, yeah. Times one probes are killing the hobby. Yeah, I agree. Makes people frustrated, give up the hobby. How many people have given up the hobby because the times one probe mistake? Yeah, huge. Oh, these March 31st jokes. Yeah, no, a wizard is never late nor early. A wizard arrives precisely when he intends to. And I have a video for everything. I have a video for absolutely everything. Because I am an educational channel. I have an educational video that I would like to share with people. There we go. Educational video shared. A wizard is never late nor early. I can assure you, a wizard is never early nor late. The wizard arrives precisely to the minute. Hey, Ian Scott Johnson's in the house. Been building boards all morning. Cool. Ban on 2-channel scopes. Who's for that? Ban on 2-channel scopes. It's just, it's not optimum. That's like an environmental issue right there. You've gone to the, because if you need 4 channels, you've got to buy and have a second oscilloscope. That is environmental waste. That's not going to meet environmental, 0 targets or whatever. You have to, net zero goals. 2-channel oscilloscopes are not going to meet net zero goals by 2030 or whatever. Is it 2030 or 2040 for the net zero bullshit? Anyway, yep. 2-channel scopes. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, evil barrel DC jacks. Yeah, ban 2-channel scopes. Yeah, I agree. From an environmental point of view, the TMA is going to have to get on this. Probably, maybe next month or something, the TMA might actually release it. They've probably got a draft proposal to do this as we speak. In fact, we could ask ChatGPT, couldn't we? Let's ask. Who wants to ask ChatGPT whether or not... Let me see if I can get this working. Hang on. Let me see. Playground. You chat. How do I get rid of that? Can I... Hang on. Present. Share. What if I don't want to share my entire screen? Oh, I know. I have the tools, I have the talent. 1 minute. 1 minute, peeps. I will just remove this for a minute. All right, there we go. Let's ask ChatGPT, shall we? Hi from Minnesota. Taught me lots about diagnostics. No worries, Robert. Thank you. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT, shall we? Let's use the latest version, 4. Don't want any of that 3.5 rubbish. Okay, now how are we going to word this? Write a press release. No. Imagine you are an oscilloscope company. Write a press release on why you are banning 2-channel oscilloscopes. Reasons can include net zero environmental goals because 2-channel. I'm sort of like really telling it. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm typing. I'll get rid of the hide current comment. Banning channel zeros and will only sell 4-channel scopes from now. Oh, I wonder if it gets scopes. Wonder if it knows what scopes are. Reasons can include net zero environmental goals because 2-channel oscilloscopes are environmentally, see how I can't type? Environmentally damaging because people need 2 scopes instead of 1. I'm giving it a lot of crap. This is not good. This is poor. Okay, but let's go. Let's go. For immediate release, Innovative Oscilloscope Corp announces the discontinuation of 2-channel oscilloscopes in favor of 4-channel models. Innovative, April 1st, Innovative Oscilloscope Corp, a global leader in oscilloscope technology, announces today that it will cease production and sales of its 2-channel oscilloscopes to focus exclusively on 4-channel models. This decision is driven by our commitment to provide cutting-edge solutions for our customers and aligning with our net zero environmental goals. Discontinuation of 2-channel oscilloscopes is part of our largest strategy to reduce our environmental impact, increase efficiency for our customers, and provide better value in the long run. Our research, this is great, our research has shown that 4-channel oscilloscopes offer several advantages over their 2-channel counterparts. Efficiency. A single 4-channel oscilloscope can perform the same task as 2-channel models, reducing the number of units needed, cutting down on manufacturing and shipping related emissions, and decreasing resource consumption. Usability. With 4-channel oscilloscopes, users can observe and analyze multiple signals simultaneously, streamlining their work and making it easier to troubleshoot complex circuits. The added functionality and versatility will help professionals across industries to accomplish their tasks more efficiently. Reduced e-waste. By focusing on 4-channel oscilloscopes, we aim to decrease the number of devices that become obsolete or discarded, as they offer more functionality and longer lifespans. This move aligns with our commitment to minimize electronic waste and promote sustainable practices in the industry. Cost effectiveness. Our 4-channel oscilloscopes provide a better long-term investment for our customers, as they can consolidate multiple devices into a single unit. This reduces the need for additional purchases, leading to long-term cost savings. Wow. It keeps going. Innovative Oscilloscope Corp recognizes that this decision may impact some of our customers who rely on 2-channel models, and we are committed to providing a smooth transition to 4-channel oscilloscopes. We are offering special trade-in programs and discounts for customers looking to upgrade their current 2-channel devices. As a company, we remain dedicated to innovation and sustainability. By discontinuing our 2-channel oscilloscopes, we hope to pave the way for a more environmentally friendly and efficient future in the test and measurement industry. InnovativeOscilloscope.com. Oh, it's what? No one can see the text. No one can see the text. Can't you? Really? Oh, sorry. Yeah, how's that? For immediate release. How's that? How's that? That is great. Actually, I'm going to send that to someone. Give me a second. let me go back to full screen here. I'm going to send this to somebody. There you go. I've set that to someone who shall remain nameless. Did it create an actual web page? It can, but I think it can only create like basic HTML pages. Like, yeah. I can send you a link. Like, actually. Just completely random link. Hang on. I need to get it. I forget where it is. Hang on. I might even have. Yeah. Yeah. Usually it'll like produce a page like, oh. No. Hang on. Nah. Sorry. No. Don't worry. It's not going to work. Hello, Fernando from Argentina. Deaf bomb. Anyway, how great is that? I mean, seriously, like, where is it? I've lost the page. Damn it. There it is. I mean, seriously, though, like, how good is that, right? I mean, that's just absolutely incredible, right? I just gave it, like, waffle, mentioned a few things, right? And then it just produced all of that. It's just like, and it's absolutely nailed it, right? Like, you could maybe add a couple of things, but it's absolute, like, you know, it's got 4 major points there, right? And it's like, and it even, you know, mentioned like a trade-in programs, and like it mentioned, you know, I didn't mention anything about, you know, angst, like, you know, people being concerned about it, but it's picked up on that people might be concerned about it. We're offering a trade-in program and discounts for customers looking to upgrade their 2-channel, right? Recognize may impact some of our customers who rely on 2-channel models, and we're committed to providing a smooth transition, right? It's got all the correct words in there, right? It's phrased like, you know, corporate speak. It absolutely specializes in corporate speak. It's absolutely nailed that, right? And I thought that was a very poor prompt from me. That was poor prompt engineering on my part, but the words were there. It understood what I wanted to do. And I basically, well, I had to, it'd be interesting to see what had happened if I didn't prompt it with the net zero environmental goals, if it could come up with why are you abandoning 2-channel oscilloscopes. I would have to start a completely new chat for that. Actually, I'll do that right now, right? So I'll start a new chat. GPT-4 again. If you haven't seen the different models, right? GPT 3.5, and like its conciseness is only rated 2 out of 5. Don't know what that means. Reasoning 3, speed is 5, but the legacy ones like that. GPT-4 is conciseness is 4. It's slower though. GPT-4 is slower. As opposed to 5, but I don't find it slower. Anyway, let's do that, right? I've given it no. It shouldn't remember my previous one, I don't think, because it's not the same conversation. So, imagine you're an oscilloscope company. Write a press release on why you're abandoning 2-channel oscilloscopes and will only sell 4-channel scopes from now on. Let's see if it can nail it. It's going to have a go. In a bold move to transform the oscilloscope market, a global leader in oscilloscope technologies today announces that they'll no longer be producing or selling 2-channel scopes and focus exclusively on 4-channel scopes, more efficient and versatile testing as well as careful analysis, market trends, customer needs. Yeah, it hasn't. Now, today's ledger, more hands can give it a quote. That's great. That's great. And the need, yeah, it hasn't picked up on the environmental aspect of it. Oh no, let's have a look. Enhanced functionality, right? Improved signal analysis. Wow. Adaptability to future needs. Wow. This is great. Better value by offering high quality. Yeah, it's not going to pick up on I doubt it probably won't do another one. Yeah, to ease the transition, we'll provide support and resources. Once again, it's caring about people, right? It's thinking about, it knows that people might be miffed about the decision to ban 4-channel oscilloscopes, ban 2-channel scopes, and yeah, wow. See, that is great. Even from that short thing, right? That short, just give me a reason why you're banning 2-channel oscilloscopes. So it knows all about oscilloscopes. It knows about the difference, enhance the ability to observe and analyze multiple signals simultaneously, right? Troubleshooting and testing, easily compare and correlate signals, right? So it knows about signal correlation between channels and stuff, and better behave circuit behavior and faster identification, adaptability, continue to evolve, become more complex, focusing on 4 channels. Yep. Wow. Yeah. That is, how great is that? How great is that? That is fantastic. I mean, you've got to be impressed, right? You've got to be impressed. Thank you. I love Scotch. Thoughts on the open source project Thunderscope? I don't know what Thunderscope is. Let's have a look at Thunderscope, shall we? Let me just go back here. Thunderscope. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, all right. Thunderscope. Two oscilloscopes enter. One oscilloscope leaves. An open source software defined oscilloscope. Okay. Nice front end cans there. Geez, yeah, they're serious. What's that metal can on the front there though? Is that a relay? Is that a shielded relay, or is that some sort of attenuator on the? Don't know what that. Is that like a coaxial relay or something? Don't know. Anyway, allowing real-time sample. It uses it uses the Thunderbolt. I don't know anything about the Thunderbolt interface. I don't have a computer that has Thunder. Is that an Apple thing? What is Thunderbolt? I've heard of it, but I don't. Hackaday Prize 2021 demo. Okay, right, it was in the Hackaday Prize. Okay, 100 meg for every channel by cap. Oh yeah, all 350 meg per channel. 1 gig sample per second, ADCs, right? So you've got to share it. Although, no, you've got an ADC for each one. Uses an RTX 7. Yeah, there are no surprises there. Sample rate, yeah, I assume it's 1 per channel, right? Can we see that up there? No, that doesn't look like 1 per channel. They've matched the lengths there on the inputs, so they know what they're doing. It looks like the 1 ADC for all 4. No, I assume it's shared. I don't know of an actual 4-channel ADC chip at 1 gig sample per second. So, yeah, it's all it needs. And it's got a PCI interface. So it's a PCI card. Ah, right. I just noticed that. Is it? Is that a plug-in PCI card? Although that doesn't look like that would go into a PC. Doesn't it need a bigger cutout there or something? let me read what people are saying in the chat. Ah, Thunderbolt is just PCIe over a cable. Oh, okay, thank you. I love Scotch. Right, that makes sense. All right, right. How fast is PCI anyway? I don't know. Was it version 4 they're up to or something? I just don't follow all this stuff. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure GPT-4. No, actually, I've actually tried GPT-4 for jokes before, and it doesn't come up with any good ones. No, but if you have a good idea, ChatGPT can probably do it for you. But you've got to prompt it with the good idea, as you saw just then with the ChatGPT thing we just did there with the environmental ban in. It's if you give it a decent enough reasons, you throw enough words in there, then it actually picks up on it and can really produce a magical result. PCIe is up to version 5. Okay, well, I'm behind. I think my current computer's only got 4. So it's open source. But it's all in the software, right? Well, firmware is, of course. There's the designer, Alexa. See also the Hassoscope. Yeah, I've actually got a Hassoscope somewhere. That was years ago, wasn't it? Scope Fun. Do I get a Scope Fun? Maybe. Somebody. I'm surprised that they haven't sent a one of these into the mailbag, actually. Thunderscope. It's coming soon. Okay, so 0 updates. There was another thing here as well. The open source is coming to crowd a year ago. There's Bold Engineer. Right, that was a year ago. So there you go. That's what I expected a cutout in there like that. That's what I expected. The other one didn't seem to have that. But yeah, that's a cool idea. That is a cool idea. I do like that. So yeah, yes. Yep. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I'd say back that. Yeah, ChatGPT can't do jokes. It's just not good at it. It's just no good at jokes. It really sucks. Yeah. So I don't know if it can produce ideas, like April Fool's prank ideas. I don't know. I honestly haven't tried it for that, but I've tried to use ChatGPT for jokes, and it just like in joke ideas and stuff, and it sucks. But yeah, if you've got a good idea, just put it in there, and it's just, man, people don't realize what's coming. Seriously, like they really don't. Joe Average just has no idea how ChatGPT and other AI is just going to totally change their life. I had my screen zoomed. Yeah, sorry. I was doing that for the ChatGPT thing. Sorry, but you saw it, right? You saw the... yeah, you saw it. Yeah, a tad. There you go. Anyway. All right. Back to MIG or TIG? I don't know. I still want to do my welding course. I don't know. I do want to. I've currently got at home. I've got a couple of tabs open, and with welding courses on them, so that hopefully it'll remind me. I'll go. Oh yeah, I'll just book that. I'll just book it. So, got another super chat. Thank you. I love Scotch again. Jeez. By the way, GPT-4 All came out 3 to 4. I'm able to run GPT locally on my GPU. Granted, it's not as good, but it's a start. Also, you can train it locally. Wow. Yeah. Okay, I haven't heard of GPT-4 All. Is that like an official spin-off from the Open AI company, or is it something else? Yeah, I know there are a couple of them. What's the name of another one? I forget the name. There's another one that you can train locally and stuff like that. So companies, if they're any smart, they will train, they'll get these models and they'll build up their own in-house models for their own, like train their own stuff and train it on their own stuff. And yeah, yep. Everything was on topic. What's everything? I must have missed something. Let the consumer free market work, not the monopoly of government. I've been saying on the EEvblog forum, AI will be regulated by the government. I guarantee it. Absolutely guaranteed it'll be regulated in certain areas. People will not accept being told the truth, right? Our world operates on the appearance of truth. If people come to rely on, okay, the AI said it, it must be true. I know there's, they all have biases at the moment. They're all programmed with that bullshit left-wing bias and all the rest of it, right? There's countless examples of it, right? But if people come to trust, oh, what does the AI think? Tell me about, where should I invest my money, for example? What should I trust the banks? If ChatGPT is honest, people will pull all their money out of the banks, right? Can I trust the governments, right? Our entire system is based on lies, manipulation, all that sort of stuff. If you had an AI system that always told the truth and didn't spin anything, that has to be banned. They will ban it. I guarantee they will ban it. Or ban aspects of it. They can't, the total cat's out of the bag. I haven't looked at it, but didn't Elon Musk and somebody just sign a thing? I don't know who else was involved, sign a thing saying that they want a 6-month freeze on AI, using AI or AI research or something. But it's just like China's just going to take over. You can't, right? No, the government doesn't know how to react to exponential phenomenon. And this one's changing everything. And it's only just started and it's already had a massive impact. I guarantee it's going to be like within months, literally within 2 months of ChatGPT being released at the end of November, I think it was, start or the end of November last year, right? Like we're only like 4 months into it or something. Already within a couple of months, practically every school on the planet, every school, university had to have a rule. The school my kids go to now have a ChatGPT rule, right? Like you're not supposed to do your assignment. You're not supposed to write your essays using ChatGPT or anything like that, right? They had to react that quickly. It had just dominated straight away, right? It's just, yeah, China is not going to stop. Yeah, exactly. Freeze is stupid. But I guarantee that the government is going to have to limit certain aspects of AI, and they're going to have to do it very quickly. Because once, at the moment it has some bias. It has some political bias and other stuff. But if they remove that, and once they do like live stuff, I haven't actually used the new Bing thing. Has anyone used the new Bing AI thing? I've actually got an invite to it, but I haven't actually used it. So I probably should actually start using it. Yeah, once it's let loose on AI, it can tell you the truth about the truth. What AI thinks the truth is about the current events that are happening. Some event happens now. Everyone gets on ChatGPT. Tell me the truth about this. And it just changes everything. It really does. The government will limit it. I bet money on it. Mark my words. It'll be like, they can't just ban it outright. That just doesn't work, right? But they'll have to limit it in certain ways. I guarantee that'll happen. Bing is the same model, GPT-4. Okay, but it's live data, right? The thing I want to know is, does the Bing one work on live, newly crawled data? I love Scotch. You keep throwing me money. Thank you. But GPT for all is the reason why AI people freaked out the other day. It's because it's now in the hands of everyone to work on it and expand. Can't be stopped. Okay. Right. Did somebody answer it? I I will. Is GPT for all done by OpenAI, or is it some? Because it's not open source, is it? OpenAI is ChatGPT is not open source. It's a closed source secret, and everyone's going to go private on this. Like everyone is. Didn't Microsoft or somebody? They just didn't they like close up the source and they just whoop? We're not releasing anything anymore. I'll talk about that in a minute. It's not live data. It's got some age. Okay, right. But once it hits live data and stuff like that, holy crap, man. Yeah, I agree. There's no stopping the AI onslaught. Like, it's not, it's not become self-aware. All that bullshit, right? It's not self-aware. It's just a machine learning algorithm, and it's a text predictive algorithm. It predicts what you want to hear. It tells you what you want to hear. In fact, that's why people on the forum, right? People on the EEvblog forum, there's chatbots now, GPT chatbots on the EEvblog forum, and we're trying to ban them, right? We're trying to play, whack-a-mole with them, and they're easy to spot because they're like, it's just non-human response, It's just like that corporate speak that we saw before. It's exactly like that. The STM3045X. Is that a new one, or is that like for $600? It's a 5.5 digit meter. You could argue that if I was that's a hard one. Who agreed? No, 3045X is a 4.5 digit meter. Really? Oh, it's only 4.5 digit. In that case. It does 150 readings per second, 1 gig NAND flash, so mass storage, blah, 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 into compensation for thermopile. Okay. Is this a new monitor? $399 is not bad for a bench multimeter, 0.06%. That probably represents good value. Oh, it's got, yes, histogramming. I'm playing the video now, but it's got, is this a new model? $399 is pretty good value for a 4.5 digit bench meter with 0.06% and histogramming and all sorts of other stuff. That's pretty useful. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, I was going to say about 5.5 digit meters. Like, I probably would not buy a 5.5. Who's with me here? I would, if you want a higher precision meter, I would jump to 6.5 digits. I would jump from your 4.5 digit to your 6.5 digit. I wouldn't go half-ass and get a 5.5. Who's with me on that one? Because 6.5, like, if you want the resolution, get the resolution. You can get some reasonably priced 6.5 digits. Pay a bit more. So I think 5.5 digits a bit sort of half-assed. Yeah, no. My voice is out of sync. That must be the stream or the YouTubes. So yeah, AGI. I don't know the exact terminology of that, but no, they're not. Like, no, they aren't self-aware and all that sort of shit. It's just bullshit. We're nowhere near even close to that. But I do like that some people are of the opinion that it's not far off how the human mind works, because you can trick, like, the human mind is a machine learning system as well. Like, you can trick the human mind, for example, into it makes decisions before you. They've done experiments where your mind's already made the decision before it then reasons it, and all sorts of stuff. Like, if you really get into the deep cognitive theory and stuff like that, they're actually, humans are, we are conscious beings, or at least we think we are, but we operate in so many ways at the way we think about stuff. We operate in fundamentally in so many ways like a machine learning system. So it's, but still. So yeah, all the definitions are very blurry. Ban 5.5 digits meters. Yeah, I can't imagine 20 years from now. Like it's literally like the curve is just like it's the hockey stick. Unfortunately, the hockey stick has just started. It's going to be insane. It's going to be nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to say, I think people have done that, haven't they, where they've had GPT talking to GPT, and it's like, all right, I didn't get much sleep last night. I missed my gym class this morning because Huxley was up all night. Slept in. So did my alarm clock, who is Mrs. EEvblog. She slept in as well, and she woke me up 5 minutes before my class was about to start. And she said, I think your class is starting in 5 minutes. So that didn't happen. I rarely go to a morning class. Like, the first time in years I booked a morning class. Because I missed it last night because I was up doing something else last night. MDO 2204. Oh, it's a mixed domain scope. I can never remember the numbers. Deny all cookies. Oh, that's similar to the one I've got, is it? No, I'm not a fan of that. Well, they're reasonably good bang per buck. The Instec one. My former employee, David too, he loves the GW Instec. He loves the GW Instec scope. So yeah, I don't know. There is better value, and the operability of it is not the best. There's better ones. There's better ones than that. Yeah, actually define self-aware. How do you even define that? I don't know. It's just like... But already ChatGPT can do stuff that, like... Actually, probably beyond, especially in speed and scope of it. It can do beyond any human. It's just absolutely incredible. Yeah, as I said, if you go into the cognitive research on how human minds operate and stuff, if you want a good field to get into, I study human cognitive research or something like that. That'll be a huge field. Yeah, it's like we operate like machine learning systems. We can be easily programmed. We can be easily, hypnotized into into things. Like, it's how people fall into, cults. It's how they just fall into politics. Just the left-right side of politics bullshit. People just fall into this, and they just regurgitate shit. And whether or not we're actually thinking, we're programmed 100% by the media, 100%. Everything, almost every one of our opinions is defined by the media. You don't realize it, but that's actually what's happening. What's my opinion of the mixing scope? They're making some good scopes these days. I haven't tried their latest ones, but I've heard they're good. I heard a lot of people like them. Yeah, I agree. ChatGPT is a huge performance boost. It's like, basically, if you aren't learning how to use it, you are you are not in the game. Seriously, it can really increase your actual efficiency. Where is GPT housed? It's housed in the Microsoft cloud. So it's the Microsoft servers. cloud. Cloud doesn't exist. It's just somebody else's server, right? Yeah. Yeah, if we can't define it, we can't test for it. It's like, you know. But ChatGPT is already so remarkably good at so many things. Yeah, it sucks at a lot of things, right? It's just stupid. It's, as I said, it's easy to spot ChatGPT bots on the forum, right? Because they don't talk like they don't talk like humans. Just that corporate speak we saw before. You know, it's even too corporate speak. You know, it's like you can easily spot that it's, you know, that corporate copy has been produced by ChatGPT. Although it's been trained, but it's sort of like hyperbolic version of all the corporate speak it's been trained on. So it ends up producing hyperbolic corporate speak, and it's remarkably accurate. It's just incredible. We saw it before. You hit home with that 5.5 digit opinion. I'm here with a 3 bench and one handheld in 5 digit range. My daily use DMMs. I rarely reach for the 7.5 digit one. Yeah, I know. I think 4.5 digit is plenty for almost any task, right? 4.5 digit is plenty. And I'm going, if you need more, go for the 6.5 digit, because because they're not a huge amount more. If you've got 5.5 digits, fine. Okay, I'm sure they're very useful. But if you've got, what I'm saying is, if you've already got 4.5 digit meters and you're looking to get some more resolution on your readings, right, which is useful for all sorts of stuff, even if the accuracy is not there. Accuracy is different to the resolution. But you might as well jump to 6.5. Don't just half-ass it to 5.5. It's my opinion. Yeah, the winner out of ChatGPT is Microsoft, because they are going to own 49%, I believe it is, they own 49% of OpenAI, or they will once OpenAI pay Microsoft back. It's the deal of the century. It really is. Microsoft are going to kill it. Really? 4's worse than 3.5 at maths, is it? Wow. But I heard it went from the lowest 10% for the bar exam to the top 10% for ChatGPT 4. Yeah, some jobs are gone. Legal secretaries, gone. People just producing low-level legal paperwork, gone. Right? You can just train it on your own existing stuff, and it's just gonna nail it. Right? It's just going to absolutely nail it. Legal stuff, patent stuff, all that boring, that produces 50, 100 pages worth of just boring template copy shit with modifications and stuff. ChatGPT is just going to kill all that. All those jobs are gone. They are gone. You can steer GPT-4 to talk like anyone? Yeah. It actually, some people on the forum have tried this. It actually already knows about almost everyone who uses the EEvblog forum. It knows about all the users in there. So people on the forum have asked it, make an EEvblog forum post in the style of DefPom or somebody, right? And it'll do it, right? It'll actually do it. It's really remarkable. Yep. Yeah, I first learned, Derek, I first learned about the benefit of that back in 1989 at my first job. Was in, 1989. Yeah, my first job was in 1989. And I couldn't believe it when I had a HP, I can't remember what model, but it was a HP 6.5 digit rack meter, and it was in a rack. It was in my cubicle, right? I had my cubicle, had my rack, because I was testing lots of rack mount stuff, like it was rack mount thing, and I needed other rack mount test systems and stuff, because I was a repair and test tech. And yeah, so we had a HP 6.5 digit meter in there, and I discovered that it was brilliant for tracing down shorts, because I was only young. I'd never had this sort of precision meter before. I'm used to my 3.5 digit multimeter, right? Or my analog multimeter before that. And I just discovered that it was so useful for tracking down, because a lot of the stuff I was repairing was brand new produced rack mount boards, like giant 19-inch rack boards. So they're like, giant rack boards like this, right? Full of TTL chips, like hundreds of TTL chips, right? And yeah, like you'd get so they come out of the wave soldering machines, and the clearance you'd get shorts between pins and ground planes and all sorts of things. That was very common to get shorts on these boards. So I learned very quickly that this 6.5 digit meter was brilliant for finding short. I could get really sharp, nice probes and put one here and go here, and I could narrow down the location of the short using, even though the ohms measurement wasn't accurate, who cared, right? The fact that the value got lower because you could see the digits on there, it got lower and lower and lower as you got closer to the short, and I nailed hundreds of shorts that way. It's great. Highly recommended. Just for that use alone. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I agree. It's going to kill so many jobs. It's already, there's already announcements. There's already announcements of all these major companies shutting down departments and things because they're going AI, right? I heard somebody, it was on, I don't know, turned up on Twitter the other day about models, as in fashion models are complaining that their jobs are over because they're now, some companies, some big clothing company or something they're not hiring models anymore. They've hired this AI company that produces these AI models that model the clothing. It's over, right? And they're complaining our jobs have just suddenly vanished. Well, they won't have a job in 6 months' time, 12 months. These freaking fashion models are going out of business. Who would have thought, right? Yeah, because they're producing all these photorealistic people. It's just amazing. I mean, I could do a live discourse thing now if you wanted me to. I could actually produce, like a supermodel. I could produce a supermodel in a bikini maybe. Oh, I don't know about bikini. But, she'd probably end up having 6 fingers or 4 fingers or something. It'd be funny. I could do that right now. Should I? Should I actually do Discord? Fire up Discord? Oh no, because you can... That goes red. Nah, I won't do it live. You can see some other stuff I've been working on. Do it. Do it. Okay, ask me to produce something. Ask me to produce an image of, I don't know, something. And I'll do it for you now. Oh, they mostly fixed the finger issue, did they? I haven't used the new version. Oh, I did switch mine over to version 4, I think. Ooh, it's got version 5 now. Ooh, have they just released version 5? Angry hamster riding on an oscilloscope. I like that. Angry. Now I've got to make sure it seems to handle spelling mistakes okay, actually. Render an angry hamster riding on an oscilloscope. I use the word realistic. Render a realistic angry hamster riding on an oscilloscope. Mid Journey is currently on it. I will post the result shortly. Angry hamster riding on oscilloscope. Currently looks like a black hole. Oh, I can see a hamster start to form. Oh yeah, that's a hamster. I can't see the oscilloscope yet. It renders. Oh, that's an angry hamster, all right. One of them's not so angry. That's not an oscilloscope. Oh, I left the O out of oscilloscope. I'll show you what I've got though. Silly me, I left the O out of the oscilloscope. I will show you what I've got. Open in browser. Here we go. I'll show you what I've got. There you go. Angry hamster. I really like the angry hamster. That's it. I know the first one's like scared. But yeah, the second and third one there, they're excellent. They are excellent. Okay, let me retry that. Let me retry that with that's weird looking. I'll retry that. Render a realist on an oscilloscope. Because it knows what an oscilloscope is. I'm sure it knows what writing on an analog oscilloscope. I'll put in analog oscilloscope. Oscilloscope. Okay, it's at work again. Angry wombat. Drunk kangaroo. Drunk kangaroo. I like the idea of a drunk kangaroo. It's working, it's working. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, the oscilloscope looks poor. No, that's not really an oscilloscope. No. No, it really doesn't get the oscilloscope thing. Drop bear hanging off the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Yes. 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 We're almost done on the new hamster image. I'll show you the new hamster image. Here you go. This is the new hamster. There you go. That is not an oscilloscope, right? And what is this? With like, is the hamster inside? Like, it's just growing hair out of it. What? And what is this? Oh, what? Oh my god! Oh my god! Slash imagine a drop bear hanging from the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It should know what the Sydney Harbour Bridge is. It should really have been trained on that. Don't know if it knows what a drop bear is. Okay, a drop bear hanging from Sydney Harbour Bridge. We're using V5, version 5. So we can go for Inception here. Whoa, yeah, Daveception. Drop bear eating fairy bread. Yeah, but Medi in bikini, as per DefPom. Wonder if it... No, it totally goofs up on me. So, you know... Like if you go Dave from the EEvblog, it kind of knows who I am, but it doesn't... Oh! Drop bear. Oh, God. No, it doesn't really know what a drop bear is. Oh, my God. Oh my goodness. Wait until you see it. Wait until you see it. Trigger warning. Oh, hang on. The poor koala bear's hanging himself. It's a drop bear. Oh, that's funny. There you go. Oh my God, so good. So good. But no, it's so good on humans. Like, seriously, if I go, a catwalk model wearing carrying a multimeter on their hip. Catwalk model walking down the catwalk carrying a multimeter on their hip. I'm going to try that. So it should, I presume it'll be able to produce a catwalk model. Okay. Wearing a strap on. Dave gets cancelled by PETA. Yeah. George Clooney as the main character in Scary Movie. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. It's got the catwalk model. We have a catwalk model. Oh. Oh, yeah. At least 3 of them are carrying a multimeter, I think. It's not going to get like a really good multimeter. I should have said like a Fluke 87 multimeter or something, so it like knows. Like, holy dooly. One of them's really good. Here you go. Look at that. This one down here. This one down here is great. I mean, you know, where is that a current probe? And, you know, I don't know exactly what that is supposed to, that's what it thinks is but what the heck? Like, you know, wow. But you can see how it really does photorealistic. You can see why catwalk models are out of business, right? Well, not catwalk, but, you know, they're like photo models are out of business. Because, like, it can produce, like, these are, you know, like, they're stunning woman, right? Absolutely stunning. And, you know, if you know how to do it and you've trained it on other photo, you know, imagine if you're a modeling agency and you just train it on all your existing models and all the clothing and stuff, and you can absolutely nail it. Look, I mean, you know, oh, her face is a bit, that face is not a 10, that's for sure. But yeah, like, and wow, like, it's just gotten these wrong, like, you know, but right. You gotta be impressed by that. You gotta be impressed. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. I just thought of the movie Weird Science. That's not a movie I can watch with my kids. Try and decide on the movie tonight. Oh, I've ditched the sound bar. Much to the right. I used to have a proper surround sound system when I first moved into the place. I set up, you know, put wires through the roof, down the walls, had the surround sound speakers and everything. And then Mrs. EEvblog changed the layout of the lounge room and didn't want that anymore. So we like sold all the speakers and amp and everything, and we went to a sound bar. And, you know, it just wasn't the same. But I'm back. I'm back, baby. Well, it's not full surround. I've at least got decent speakers up the front now, and I've got a center speaker, and the kids and the wife are not happy. do Madonna without plastic surgery, yeah. plastic bag over that head. Yeah. Yeah, but you can see how, like, you can just do incredible photorealistic models. It just absolutely nails it. So, you know, we could probably do a bikini model. An attractive bikini model. With a whole... An attractive bikini model holding a Fluke 87 multimeter. Let's go back to the 1980s ads. Let's produce an ad for attractive bikini model on a beach. An attractive bikini model on a beach holding a Fluke 87 multimeter. Let's go back to the 1980s, shall we? Waiting to start. But if you remember all those ads, you remember reading EA and everything back in the day? Remember reading the magazines back in the... And they'd always, you know, the front cover or something, or there'd be ads in there. They'd have, like... Sometimes they'd have a bikini model. They would actually have a bikini model making... Oh, it's doing it! Oh, the multimeter's out of proportion. Oh, but it's doing it! It's doing it! Wait for it! Wait for it! There, they look like pretty good looking women too. It's a bit fuzzy at the moment. It's going to sharpen up. Have they got the correct number of fingers? Here we go. There you go. Like it's got the yellow correct. Everyone's going, who's looking at the multimeter? You know, that one's not bad. That's got the correct number of fingers. Look at that. I mean, she's got a pretty big looking fist there. Geez, you wouldn't want to take her on. And check out the Fluke model. Like we can go in closer. Look at that. But that is just a stunning. Like that is like. Oh no, the hand. Yeah, like the big thumb, right? The big thumb, and this chick over here, right? But she's not holding, right? It's not holding properly. But at least she has the correct number of fingers, but you can never hold a meter like that. But that's hilarious. But it's right? It's nailed those models, right? So you can see why models are complaining that they're going to be out of business, right? Because, like, right, just absolutely stunning, right? Look, right? That's like, oh, what's happening with the arm there? Is there hair? Is there hair coming down the side there? And that's supposed to be Fluke have gone back to a dual dial. They've gone back to like an Avo dual dial. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is terrific. And yeah, that's what they've actually put a tat on her. You know, but like you can refine these things, and these fingers just don't look right. Oh, and that thumb. Oh, what is that? The thumb is bent backwards. And what is this up here? Is that like part of a finger at the top? Oh, God, that's hilarious, right? But you can see it's absolutely nailed the women, right? It's absolutely nailed them. I'm sure you could do the same thing with male models as well, right? But it really has been trained phenomenally on them, right? So that's, and it hasn't been trained on what an oscilloscope looks like or a multimeter looks like. So it's, you know, it's not doing that good a job there, right? But that's... Yeah, if you saw a 3-second video ad, you wouldn't be able to tell. Yeah, no, it's done. Models will be out of business in 12 months. It's gone. Drunk kangaroo. You want the drunk kangaroo. All right. A drunk kangaroo on the beach. Realistic render of a drunk kangaroo on the beach. Let's see what it can do. I should have maybe put in drunk looking. You know, I don't know if it'd be holding a, you know, a stubby or something. Yeah, that is the, like, you're just not going to be able to tell. Like, you know, just an ad that people flick through and like they see an ad for a couple of seconds, or it's a pop-up, or it's a, as you said, like a 3-second video ad or something like that. Models are gone. There's no point hiring them. Do Trump hands. You should have a job because you're beautiful. Well, you won't. Your career won't last long. Oh, it's done. Oh, no, 93%. Oh, no. Not a fan of the drunk kangaroo. No, it hasn't really worked. Sorry. It's more like a happy kangaroo. That one looks happy up there. That one up there doesn't really look drunk, right? It's got 2 extra paw there. Is that another paw around the bottle? Like, no. That one down, the one down. Oh, that's, yeah, that kind of works, right? Maybe. Right. But I'm sure you could like, what has happened with the foot there? Like, that is just so bad. That's so mongy. All right. It's completely mongy. That's great. Good stuff. All right. But the fact that I can generate this shit in like under a minute, and I'm not even trying. Apparently there's other tools that can animate. You can do movies. Apparently somebody just uploaded like an AI short movie or something. Oh. Dave, you know you can turn Inception off in the OBS settings. Don't render OBS window. I don't use OBS. I use StreamYard. This is StreamYard. Thank you for the $5 though. Yes. Yes, I use StreamYard for this, not OBS. That way it pulls in. StreamYard can stream to multiple platforms at once, and it can pull in the comments from multiple platforms. Sorry to the people on Odyssey, but... oh, I forgot to start the Odyssey one. Just imagine the poor guy sorting through these to improve GPT. Yeah, like there'll be a porn soon. There will be AI porn. Like, give it a year. Is there already AI porn? Probably, right? Is there any AI porn pictures? Probably. It's like, it's gone, right? You just like, which is probably not a bad thing, right? That porn models won't exist anymore. No one won't have to do it. But, yeah, I like... Anyway, yeah, I'm done. Like, it's just so much stuff you can do. It like, yeah the imagination's your limit. You're told there's AI porn already. Yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't looked. I might have to look for research purposes, obviously. There's deepfake porn of Twitch streamers, is there? Yeah, that's a nasty... There's a nasty environment over on Twitch, isn't there? You know, Twitch streamers. Yeah. First to admit to viewing AI porn gets a trophy. Yeah. The anime short was made by the Corridor crew. Okay. Tons of work to get it to work with moving images. Yeah, but it's possible. Give it 12 months and there'll just be a tool. There'll just be like an off-the-shelf tool that you can buy to do it. Like, you know, movie business would be, you know, once you have photorealistic people and you can animate, the next step is animating them, and then they can already do the voice. I do plan on put in my video, like there's paid services that will be able to render my voice. So I'm thinking about trying it and actually training it on hundreds of my videos or amp hour, you know, things. I can train it because I've got tons of material, obviously, that I can train it with my voice. So I'm going to train it. I'm going to try a few, and I could actually produce. I'm just going to see. I'm going to feed in all my voice information and properly train a system, and it should be able to have me say anything. Should I do that? I mean, there's no stopping anyone doing it now, so it's not like I'm like letting the cat out of the bag or anything. All my material's out there, thousands and thousands of videos, right? Thousands of videos of my voice for hours, and there's thousands of hours of my voice out there, right? Saying almost every conceivable word possible, right? So there's no shortage. I just want to do it for kicks. Dave in the Back to the Future poster. Yeah, I've tried to substitute faces and it doesn't do it. I've tried to use Mid-Journey to go and I've given it the actual link. I've given it the link and I've gone, make no changes to this image except swap the face with this one, and it doesn't do it. So, I don't know. You need like a few minutes with the newer ones. Well, some of the better ones, like I've been told by an expert in the field. I know someone who's an expert in this field, and he's given me several websites that are the best tools in the business. And he said usually half an hour of material's enough to train it. But I've got thousands of hours of material if it wants it. Oh, you missed all the fun, projects? Oh, you missed drunken kangaroos, you missed drop bears hanging themselves, you missed bikini models with multimeters. Oh, you missed it all. Oh, really? I don't do this Twitch thing. I have no idea who these people are, but yeah, I've heard there's lots of bitterness between Twitch streamers, isn't there? Yeah, seriously, there's already AI. I've done a video on this. There's already AI generated YouTube content out there, and it's making more money than I am, right? They're getting millions of views. It's just, yep, yeah, it's already happening. Some dude some kid in India somewhere is making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year as a YouTuber producing AI content, because it's got Elon Musk in the title. I guess good on them. I guess you have to say, right? You have to take your hat off to them. They're playing the game. And to be fair, it does take you a while to realize this content is kind of strange. It's because it produces, it uses all stock image and stock video and everything, and it uses an AI generated voice, but it sounds realistic. It sounds like a voiceover artist, and it's kind of and the scripts are AI generated, but they're on point, and it's just it just lacks that personal touch. But it's hard to sometimes realize. It takes you a few minutes to 5 minutes to watch it. What? I don't, it's something. It's that uncanny valley feeling that something's up. Oh yeah, and you missed angry hamsters. Yeah, yes, it will. Yes, eventually a human-made will actually increase in value like something handmade does today. Yes, it will. Yes, I guarantee it will. Art, stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. If you can prove the provenance of it, that it was actually done by a human, that will be good. Imagine in 30 years' time or something, 50 years. Yep. Well, I tried that. I did a demo and AI, I don't know if it was AI, but a company that specialized in translating my voice to another language contacted me and said, they're all keen. Hey, let us show you an example of what we can do. So I said, okay, take this video, and you can see it on my second channel. There's a test video on my second channel, and convert it to German, which is my most popular language or whatever. And it completely screwed it up. It didn't get it. My audience voted on it, and they said no. My German audience voted on it, they said nah, this is a fail. And I fed them back the feedback, and they went, holy shit, we've never had feedback like this before. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll work on it. And they, so I was helping out this bloody company, but they claim to be able to do it. They claim to be able to lip sync my voice to another language. But they just did a trial where it was unsynced, but it couldn't even get the translation right. So if it couldn't get the translation right, then they were going to put it into a machine language learning model that then would sync to my voice. But they just didn't bother because it just screwed up the translation so much. Yeah, they thought they were on a winner, and then they took on my content, and they realized, nah, couldn't do it. Because, you know, it's technical content. You know, yeah, they did great example videos of Bill Clinton speaking, or, you know, Obama, you know, Hillary Clinton or somebody speaking at, you know, and they can able to translate that into different languages. Fine. But you when you try technical content like mine, it just fails epically. So, yeah. Andrew's missed everything. You missed everything, Andrew. You missed bikini models. And angry hamsters. They have already passed the Turing test. Haven't they? They've already well and truly passed the Turing test, I believe. I love Scotch again. Thank you. If you're curious, Google chat GPT for all data clean without P3. First link is visual link showing the input data and responses. Just find it interesting. Wow. Okay. Cool. I might have to maybe try that. But I definitely want to do the voice thing first. They've got presidents be live streamers playing Call of Duty. Hilarious. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. It's over. Like, seriously, it's over. Man, it's gone. I said on 2023, I said on Twitter last night, that 2023 will be the year when the human race branched into an alternate timeline. Seriously. And I'm like, thank you, Homer Simpson. Rossman. Rossman has been on the Amp Hour. He has been on the Amp Hour. Did you miss it? That was ages back, talking about right to repair, of course. This was a couple of years back, but yeah, Lewis Rossman has been on the Amp Hour. Oh, by the way, those who wanted me to try and get Jim Rowe, for those who are outside of Australia, you won't know the name Jim Rowe, but everyone in Australia will know the name Jim Rowe. He was the former editor of Radio, TV and Hobbies, actually Radio and TVs, but Radio, TV and Hobbies, then Electronics Australia, and then he moved to another publication. Then he worked for Dick Smith for a while, then he worked for Microbee Computers for a while, and then he was writing for Silicon Chip magazine. And he's still currently, I believe he's still currently writing for Silicon Chip magazine. He's been in the magazine business for like 50 years. It's insane. And the guy's 85. And anyway, I met up with Tricky Dick Smith the other night. We went to an event at the Manly Warringah Radio Society. I'll probably edit that video today. I think that's what I'll use the rest of my time. So I should probably go now. This will be the last thing. Got some video footage from that, put it on the second channel. Anyway, I talked to Dick Smith, and he said he will ask, even Dick Smith suggested that I get Jim Rowe in an interview, right? And I said, well, could you hook me up and stuff? And he said, oh yeah, I'll give him a call and everything. So Jim, but Dick thought that Jim wouldn't do it because he's a very reclusive guy. He's got, you know, issues happening in his personal life and stuff like that. And he didn't think he would do it, but he called him up and tried to convince him to do an interview with me. But he said, no, I don't, no. So unfortunately, that's as good as an attempt. Although I might try, because that was like an on-camera thing. So maybe I might get Dick to try again and just go like audio only. I'll just turn up with a tape recorder. I'll turn up with an audio recorder. You know, no cameras, no nothing. And we'll just sit there and have a yap for a couple of hours, you know, about the history of EA and everything else. So, yeah. So unfortunately, even Dick Smith couldn't convince him. His good mate Dick Smith could not convince Jim Rowe to do it. So, unfortunately, yeah. Unmanaged 615. Gav. I didn't know your real name. Gav, thank you very much. Gav. Everyone give a big shout out to Gav. Gav keeps the Amp Hour going. by adding links to the Reddit, thread. And usually we don't use them all, but at least prompts us. Because for those who don't know, we don't plan the amp hour. We just like turn up like 5 minutes before, we have a yap about whatever's happening in our personal lives or whatever. And then we just go, all right, let's press record. We press record and hi. I'll do an amp hour intro. Welcome to the amp hour. I'm Dave Jones from the EEvblog. And that's, you know, and then we just, like, we don't plan a damn thing. And it's just, like, we don't even know where it's going. We have no clue. We have no clue. And then when we run out of stuff, we just go to the list. That unmanaged 16 puts a ton of links. Unmanaged 615 puts a ton of links. Yes, 2 separate AI chats can talk to each other. Yes, so thank you. Thank you, Gav. You don't mind calling me Gav. You're Gav here in Australia. It's not Gavin. It's Gav. Gaza. Yes. I don't... Where are you from? Gaz? Where are you from, Gaza? You make the drive into work better. I'm glad. Yes. Yeah, there's a ton of people who just put on the amp hour. That's why we try and limit the amp hour to an hour now, because people like build their lives around it. Like, you know, yeah, they do a 1 hour gym workout. They got a 1 hour car ride to and from work or something, or half hour each way or something, and they put on the amp hour. So we do deliberately try and keep it roughly to an hour now these days. It might go 10 minutes over, but generally, you know. Yes, I agree. Yeah, Barry Marshall. For those who haven't seen it, highly recommended. I will even put the link now for you. YouTube video of the day, even if I don't say so, even if I do say so myself. I actually had a Nobel Prize winner, an actual Nobel Prize winner, in my lab. Dr. Barry Marshall. Yeah, Bazza. Bazza's from Australia. And see you, Sean. Go to bed at 3 a.m. You have 2 to 3 episodes left, and then ChatGPT replaces you. Yeah. Gav's from USA, 615 area code. I don't know what that is, but you're a Yank. Yeah, so here in Australia, you'd be called Gaza. Gaza. So yeah, highly recommend that video. Anyway, he dropped by the lab. Like I actually it almost didn't happen. What he was actually a patron of mine, so he sent me a message on Patreon, via Patreon. I always read my Patreon messages, and he goes, "Oh, I'm from Western Australia. I'm in Sydney at the moment, and I'm about to fly back out, but I've got a few hours to kill. Would you mind if I drop by the lab? And by the way, I'm Dr. Barry Marshall. I won a Nobel." Yeah, it kind of wasn't a big deal, but he kind of, I don't know, mentioned something to do with Nobel or something, and I went, seriously? And so I went to Google him, and sure enough, it's Dr. Barry Marshall who won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for hernia isn't caused by hernia is not caused by stress. It's caused by bacteria, and he won that, and he even tested it by drinking the bacteria which causes it. And like, he's famous for that. He drank the bacteria. And he's actually a doctor, so he knew he could treat himself, but he drank this bacteria, Helicobacter bacteria or something, that he thought, his theory was that it caused stomach ulcers. And he turned out to be right. And he won a Nobel Prize for it. And he just dropped by. So once I heard that, I went, yeah, really have to meet this guy. And it turns out he's a vintage tech enthusiast. And, you know, you have to watch the video. So I said, yeah, drop by. So he got in a cab and drove over to the lab. And, you know, we were just chatting for ages. And he went, oh, you know, yeah, I'll probably have to leave soon. I've got a flight back to Western Australia. And I went, well, would you like to sit down? And maybe we can just... So I set up the camera quickly, and I press record, and boom. Yeah, the video as a result, practically there's no editing at all on it. Yeah, it's great. Heliobacter pylori. Yes, Heliobacter pylori. Yeah, anyway, he's a great guy. Bazza. Dr. Barry Marshall. So if you go to his Wikipedia page, that photo is one I took in the lab just before he left. Like I went, selfie, I held the camera out, boom, and we got a, and I actually cropped that photo. It's actually me standing beside him. So that photo you see on his Wikipedia page is mine. Healthcare doesn't treat Heliobacter. What? What? Don't you just take a drug now? Like hernia's no such thing anymore. You just take a drug. It's just drug. You just take a simple some anti-drug or something, and it fixes you. Yeah. Yeah. Just tell me why. 84 divided by 2, because the answers are 42, which is the meaning of life. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, you just take an antibiotic or something, or maybe there's a special one for, I don't know, the Heliobacter or something. But yeah, he won a Nobel Prize for it. It was the simplest thing. Like it overturned 100 years of medical history that they thought stomach ulcers were caused by, hernia. Did I say hernia? Stomach ulcer. Yeah, stomach ulcers are not caused by stress. Everyone thought that they were caused by stress or something. And this was like, bedrock science. and he overturned it, and that's why he won a Nobel Prize. As I think he said in the video, or he might have said it to me privately, his discovery like ripped up, like it just absolutely shredded, like in the journals, like, information this big on ulcers. It just totally, they just stopped teaching it straight away, because it just, yeah, it was totally wrong. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, did I post the video? Didn't post the video, did I? Copy link address. Did I post the video? I'll post it again if I didn't. There you go. There's the video. Highly recommend you watch it. It's great. Baz is a great talk. It was fantastic. You can also treat stomach lymphoma by getting rid of the bacteria, really? Sometimes. Yeah, I'm sure it helps. I'm sure the bacteria in there doesn't help. So if you get rid of the bacteria, maybe. I don't know what lymphomas actually are, really, but I can imagine the bacteria in there, if it causes your ulcers or whatever, which is like bleeding on the inside of the stomach or something, isn't it? And yeah. Yeah, it's April Fool's Day. The best one I saw, the only one I've seen, not the best, the only one I've seen is the CSIRO, because we were totally fooled Mrs. EEvblog. Mrs. EEvblog was totally fooled. I actually posted a tweet of it before, you can go check it out. The CSIRO, which is our scientific research body here, they announced that they had discovered a miniature wombat in a forest in Tasmania. That fits in the palm of your hand, a little cute little wombat. And we were actually driving home in the car, and she was checking her Facebook or whatever, and it pops up on her Facebook, and she goes, oh, they just discovered this miniature wombat. Oh. And then it took her, and then she opened the link in there and realized that she'd been totally fooled. Yeah. Yeah, so, I built a Nixie counter. Subscriber counter. Yes, I got like a 6-part series on it. Yeah, I totally agree. The probes. Yeah, it should be an April Fool's. Yeah, if only someone thought of it. Industrial and Commercial Bank of China Limited crash. No, I haven't. Well, I will go get my burger now. So it's already 1 o'clock. I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to go get my burger. And I'm going to, that might be what I check out while I'm eating my lunch. Really? The Commercial Bank of China Limited crash did it? Anyway, just had a power failure in the south of England. Really? Or maybe an EMP. What, the whole south of England's out? Is it? Didn't know I was that vulnerable. Nope. I'm sure I did a assembly video. Emir, maybe it's not in the playlist. Maybe I haven't put it in the playlist. But yeah, there was a final video of me like actually trialing the whole thing out, fully assembled. Sure there is. No, it's an April Fool's, is it? Half of England's out. Right. See you, Def Bomb. They are saying down for an hour. Okay. Don't know if it's an April Fool's or not. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining me. I just had just came to, the wife let me come to the office today and I didn't know what to do. It was such a shock. So I thought I'd go live. Anyway, it was fun. I might chop out the multimeter thing and make that a separate second channel video, just mucking around. Who thinks I should do that? Who thinks I should actually get a copy of this, edit it, and just put that playing around with the Discord thing with the bikini multimeters and the drop bears and stuff? Who thinks I should put that as a second channel video? Anyone? Yes. See, that's the thing. Because if anything interesting happens in a live show, it's pretty much lost forever. Like, it's still there and you might be able to find it, but like, it's not indexed, it's not keyword searched, it's just buried away. Someone says, meh, I've scotched, but most people are saying, yeah, for sure. Like, it really doesn't take me long. I just download it from StreamYard here. It gives me the MP4 and I just snip it out, make a few snippets and it's done. No, I won't do it as a short. It'll be a widescreen. Yeah. All right. I will do it. Thanks, everyone. Catch you next time.